Hello everybody, Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas. Interesting story this morning. I just saw this posted on Facebook here this week. A guy named Stephen Ruiz posted that there was people in the attic in Mission Dorado neighborhood, and that's over in like East Odessa by Fodry Road. It's, I think, really Midland County, but it's upscale. There's a private golf course. It's really nice homes there. I'll show you. I kind of Googled it. And just here's Mission Estates, and that just shows you some of these homes. I've been to estate sales over there, and so I know they're real nice. Anyway, I got a short read here. I said every time I turn around and hear about another home where somebody reported people in the attic, this is a felony. There has been so many that I've lost count. Here's another one that I just saw this morning, which was posted on Facebook. I was shot with my phone lines cut and burglar alarms going off in my attic. I had installed those alarms to prove to the police that these crimes were going on, but now I know that our police are working with the criminals breaking into our homes and against the homeowners reporting the crimes. That is why nobody's been arrested, and the crimes, rapes, and murders continue, and they're happening all over the place. Just this week, a lady told me she was raped after reporting people in the attic to the police, who called her crazy. That was here in Midland. I made a video about it. She was the fourth woman to tell me the same thing about being raped after reporting people in the attic to the police, who called them crazy. They call all of crime victims crazy. And at the same time, they hide from the public that these crimes are common and have been reported in many homes, including this one here this week in Mission Dorado, an upscale neighborhood. Stephen Ruiz wrote on Facebook, he said, when I was in sixth grade, a good friend of mine lived in the Mission Dorado area. They came home one day and the attic door had been pulled down. They found out someone had been living up there. They'd been taking food from the fridge and pantry, taking it up the attic. They left all their stuff behind and had even been using the bathroom in the corner of the attic. Police were called, but nobody was ever caught. He didn't post that on my Facebook post. I just happened to see it on Facebook, you know. I'll go, oh, here's another one, you know. Here is a list of old homes where the owners reported people in the attic. It's a spreadsheet I created. It's got 42 homes there on this list, and that's an old list. There's a lot more you can see here. Andrews, Austin, Bellmead. These are ones that I have proof of. I've got a print screen, email, I've got a video, whatever. Hobbs, New Mexico. Here's Midland, Texas, more than a dozen. Odessa, another dozen over there. You know, this is all the way from California to Alabama. I mean, it's just amazing. I said, Stephen Ruiz wrote, this is important. He wrote, Buddy, he said, yes, it's absurd to call it. No, that's the wrong one. Jesus, Buddy, he says, you can't, here it is, my friend, his buddy, I want to make sure I'm right. Stephen Ruiz says, Buddy, my friend Blake Merrill was the one who had this happen to him when we were kids, and he tagged Blake so Blake knew, okay? So Blake then replied, he said, Buddy, he said, what proof do you have that the police are involved? The crimes are real, but I think it's a little far-fetched. Police are involved. Well, obviously, he is not very familiar with the evidence, you know, and so that, you know, I educated him. That's what I did. And, you know, and I went on here, identified more than 50 other homeowners, etc., etc., etc. I've got a whole Facebook post that I copied and pasted this from right here. And it says, where's the proof involved? Where's the proof of police involved in the crimes? Well, that's a fair question. If you don't know, if you're ignorant of the facts, right? Stephen Ruiz posted online this week that his friend Blake Merrill found somebody living in his attic. We've already gone over that. Here's Blake. He says, what proof do you have? And then here I wrote back. I said, I've identified more than 50 other homeowners reporting people in the attic since I was shot while reporting people in my attic with burglar alarms going off. This includes more than a dozen addresses in Midland and another dozen in Odessa. That's pretty solid evidence right there. You got to be a pretty dumb cop to not figure that out, don't you think? It's my belief that the police have falsely labeled all of these many crime victims as crazy to assist with covering up these crimes. Multiple women have told me they were raped after reporting people in the attic. I made one video with one of them this week, and I have another video that will make you cry when you hear her tell her story of being raped after reporting people in her attic to the Midland police, who called her crazy. Yet with all of this evidence, we have no arrest. Nobody can tell me that our police are so stupid that they don't know that this is going on. Our police are not stupid. They're corrupt and dirty. That's what it is. Furthermore, after I was ambushed and shot while reporting burglar alarms going off in my attic back in 2012, a large group of police were accidentally caught on camera in my home covering up this premeditated capital attempted murder. They tried to disable the camera and accidentally started it. It took 6 years and a $2,000 reward to get those 11 former secret police identified. I mean, that was huge news and not a news story in the nation. First time a crime victim offered a reward to identify police. They were identified by a private investigator in 2018. 6 of their names were illegally omitted from the long withheld police report, and now 2 of them, Naylor and Simpson, and the policeman's wife, Sandra Simpson, are dead. Okay. The next year in 2019, evidence was found showing that 5 police officers, Davis, Dickey, Chatwell, Angel, and Hale, were under my home on the night that somebody under my home had cut my phone lines and shot me. That's proof, absolute proof. I posted proof of this online for several years, and not a single one of them has denied this because they can't. Notice I called their name out in the public. What do you know about these violent crimes of burglary, theft, rape, and murder connected to people in the attic? I was asking Blake Merrill that because he's the one I think is far-fetched. The police are involved. Well, obviously you have no idea what's going on in Midland and Odessa because the police are heavily involved. Here's the video I posted, proof that police were under my home. And basically what it happened when I got the police report, it timestamped police inside my home that were not seen arriving on the security cameras that saw other police officers arrive, Woodward and Naylor, just minutes earlier. Okay, well, so how did police get inside my home if they wasn't seen arriving, on the security cameras? Or was it like Star Trek and they zoomed them, they zoomed their way into my home, Was it a magic trick? No, they come from the underground entrance that ex-wife told me about and where I shot from. Multiple people said tunnels and underground homes are here. Police were under my home on the night somebody under my home shot me in a premeditated murder attempt. That's a fact, and we got proof on it because of the police report that they illegally withheld for 7 years. That's why they withheld the report, because it incriminated the police. Anyway, my next one was this: the police don't tell the crime victims reporting people in the attic that many other homeowners have reported the same crimes. In fact, they falsely label the innocent homeowner as crazy, as if they're the only person reporting this crime. It's evil. It's what they're doing. That don't work anymore after I started recording these calls from my police scanner. This is a crime epidemic being hidden by the public from the police. Here, and that was the thing, is they ain't telling any of the crime victims about all these other homeowners reporting people in the attic. And then I started hearing all these calls on my scanner. Here we go.
That woman is facing charges after police say she burned down her home to get rid of someone.
That's Carlsbad, New Mexico. And that's Midland.
Here's someone up in the attic. She smells cigarette smoke. She took her family. They're going to be waiting out front.
That's Odessa.
Caller stating that he heard someone in the attic.
610 Jeter. Somebody's going to be a 7-year-old male. He can hear yelling and fighting. His mother's in the attic. He can hear her being assaulted.
$10.96 called her crazy. See, they call them all crazy. Oh yeah, she must be crazy. Keep in mind, that's the ones I just happened to hear. I bet there's 100 more. I mean, this is a crime epidemic. This woman told me this week she was raped after reporting people in the attic to the Midland police who called her crazy, and she wasn't the first woman to tell me that. I first heard of her from my police scanner. I'm not going to play this video, but y'all can go watch it on my on my YouTube channel. I just posted this week. She called me and she wanted to tell me she wanted her story told. And I said, here's another woman from Midland that told me she was raped after reporting people in the attic, the Midland police, who also called her crazy. She told me her home on Louisiana Street, she sold her home and moved out of the state. That's a second video you can go watch, and that one will make you cry. There ain't no doubt she's telling the truth. I was reporting burglar alarms going in my attic when I was ambushed and shot by somebody under my home with my phone lines cut. That's premeditated, cold-blooded murder, and God saved my life. As shown in the posted video, proof was found in 2019 showing that Midland police officers Davis, Dickey, Chatwell, Angel, and Hale were under my home that night of a premeditated capital attempted murder. Obviously, one of them is the would-be killer, or they know who he is and they're protecting him, right? I mean, that's obviously. And here's a picture from my security camera from that night. And here I'm crawling out. Why did I crawl out? Because my phone lines were cut. They stole my cell phone, cut my phone lines, and then shot me. This was cold-blooded murder. This is the nurse documents from the hospital where I'm telling the police. The alarms kept going off. The sirens kept going off. There's a voice recorder, and the police just ignore all that, call me crazy, and then pretend that I was the only one in the whole world reporting people in the attic when these crimes are going on all over the place, and they know it. I was told that the last owner of my home, Mike Lawson, was reporting these same crimes before he died at 27 years old under suspicious circumstances. I suspect he was trying to stop them, just like I was when they cut my phone lines and shot me. It's very clear they're still in raping and killing using corrupt Midland police. Nobody can deny the evidence. Here's Mike Lawson. Here's the guy. He died right before right before I bought this home. 27 years old, left 2 little boys, and then I found out he was reporting the same crimes that I was, and I also found out that they called him crazy. That was the same thing they did me. It was like a cookie cutter, and that's what it is like a cookie cutter. Let's just do it again, Stephen Ruiz told me that Blake Merrill, and that's what I started with, so I'm not going to show you that. Mission Dorado, that's the latest home that's documented with people in the attic. It's going on all over the place, and they're raping, murdering, and killing people in Midland, Odessa, and these crimes are going all over the nation. This should be a national news story. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas.